In a long-forgotten land, in a jungle dark and deep, there hides a ruined site, a tower temple, and a key. But what lies within, and what lays beneath, monsters, treasures, traps, and more, is what adventurers truly seek. Mega Dungeon! Mega Dungeon! Big and bold we descend. Monsters lurk round each bend. Treasure hunts, puzzles too. Adventures wait for me and you. Mega Dungeon! Empty swords in our hands. Together we make our stand. Through the dark and the light, conquer every fight. Mega Dungeon! Side by side, face the fight. Heroes shine in the night. Secrets found, legends grow in the Mega Dungeon. Let's go!
Welcome everyone to our Dungeons and Dragons stream. Thanks for showing up. And if you are here, please consider smashing that like button for Dungeons and Dragons content, more stuff like this. Subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and share this stream. Now that all that YouTube stuff is done, this is the first episode, the first session of the second season of our Level Up Live game, Mega Dungeon. It's a game about just going into a big dungeon, killing a bunch of monsters, maybe getting killed by a bunch of monsters, you never know. Exploring, mapping, treasure, experience, all the good stuff. Dick's in the dark. How are you guys? Garrett, what's going on?
I am ready. I'm ready to see this Mega Dungeon.
Sweet. Dungeon Dan, it's in your name.
Thanks for making me the weird ass looking beholder, by the way.
That thing is cool. Do you not like the big crazy eyes?
It was awesome actually, yeah.
It could be
Like-
worse. You could be an amorphous blob like me.
I also very much
True.
like the intro. I muted myself so I could listen to the intro while it was going. So kudos on
Mega Dungeon.
Mega Dungeon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Cameron,
Hello,
how's it going?
hello. It's going pretty well. I'm just dog sitting here, so in case if you guys or any viewers, happens to catch one of these boys,
What are those puppers' names?
we got primarily Lab, the golden one you'll see here. This is Moose. He's a good boy.
Moose, good boy.
And then we got Marlin. He is a lab, and what's the aggressive stereotypical dog breed that like
Doberman?
No.
Pitbull?
Pitbull?
Pitbull? Yeah, he's a pit and lab mix. So he's the crazy, that's for sure. But I'm here,
Nice.
ready to play some D&D.
All right. Excellent. Excellent. Well, then we're definitely going to play some D&D. And let me get over to the game screen here. And see if Garrett would be so kind as to provide us with a vibe for this game.
Certainly. Oh, I don't. That's right. I have to.
So we do the legendary 420
420.
vibe for this
Right.
one.
Ooh.
260.
260. All
Pretty-
right.
Pretty even.
It's right there in the middle. It's all right. Nothing wrong with 260. I like that it's a nice round number for this
Mm-hmm.
this first session.
I do as well.
So, to begin our Mega Dungeon game. So this game continues from the previous Level Up Live games. Your characters are not so much a party, more a loose association of adventurers and
Misfits.
partiers.
Sure, we'll
And
call.
you've been, hanging out together, doing jobs, traveling, adventuring for the last several years. Chuck Testa, Sarducci, John, who we almost lost but is back with us, Buster Cherry, Craven Moorhead, and Cappy, maybe. Who knows if we'll ever see that guy again. Anyway. Oh, and Cal Elf, off-screen character for now. All of you have been adventuring, and all along there's been this rumor. You keep hearing it. The fabled mega dungeon. Could it possibly exist? Over time you kept getting a little bit more and more information. Across the sea, deep in a jungle. The tale is that there is a tower, a temple, and a keep, all in one area, not connected above ground, but below ground, the entire site, according to rumor, connected, a giant dungeon that goes on for miles and miles. The the draw of it was just too much. It was too hard to not do it. And one night, when all of y'all were together, wasted as shit, the next morning, well, you were on a boat across the ocean, and it was kind of locked in. The boat ride took months. There was illness and all kinds of other awful stuff. And then you got to the jungle, and that was even worse. Some of your characters haven't taken a solid shit in like 3 months. That's just how the jungle be. And sea travel. But finally, after months of travel, across the ocean, through the jungle, down a river, the sight, you could see it. And there was, in fact, a tower bigger than any you'd ever seen. It's got to be 30 stories high, at least. The temple is the same. It's huge. It's a ziggurat style temple, but it goes high into the sky. There's a keep that looks like it might have belonged to a great palace, but only the keep is left. You see other adventurers and they kind of head you towards the keep, which you find out is the town, called very easily Keep or Keep Town. The town is the whole of the keep, as well as the first dungeon level right underneath of it. And in this adventure, or in this campaign, whatever you want to call it, we're keeping things kind of the same with Level Up Live, where the town is really going to be almost like a video game menu. Like we're probably not going to do too much in town other than like going back and like, you know, selling gems and buying stuff or whatever. Think of it that way for the most part. The dungeon is the main part of this adventure. When you get to the town, of course, you take a load off at the inn for a while to rest up. After you do that, you start to ask around. And what you find out is that the dungeon is vast. There are junction areas. It's been inhabited by adventurers. It was discovered about 10 years ago. And the town around you, Keep Town, has built up over about 10 years. So they've put certain things into place. Now, you can go down and just use whatever junction you want and just delve into the dungeon and just do whatever. But you're missing out on opportunities because there is a mapping guild. And if you register with the mapping guild, you can sell your maps of the dungeon, new areas, as well as any kind of artifacts related to the history of the areas, any maps that you might find within the dungeon, things like that. So, creating a map, registering with the guild, it's something you'll want to do. The guild master is a man named Clifford Jr.
Is he a big red dog?
Actually, he's a small, pale Asian halfling with very long hair. Some might say that he resembles a Mexican vampire.
Oh God.
He is, though, indeed a master mapper and head of the mapping guild, and he will pay for your maps. So, of course, you register with Mr. Clifford Jr., and that way you'll have an extra payday, assuming that you make it out alive. And that's where we kind of have it right now. Clifford Jr. suggests, he looks you over and he says, if you go to Junction 2, you can go down to level 6B. It's unmapped. There's an elevator to the site that gets you in quickly. It's something I've been meaning to do for a while, but I haven't seen adventurers of your caliber. Beware. It should be very dangerous down there. The levels before have claimed many. Don't be afraid to run away. Anyway, if you can bring me back a complete map of that area, well, then let's say we'll start at 3,000 gold. But if there's anything interesting, or if you can bring me back anything extra, more maps, more information, I'll pay extra. Thanks for registering with the Mapping Guild.
You know, this sounds like the kind of guy who would fire a flaming arrow into into a bunch of spider web in a big old tree. You know,
That's true.
he
He
sounds like
does
that kind of a guy.
seem like that kind of a guy.
Yeah.
It's entirely possible.
Well,
Well,
nice to meet you, Clifford. Yeah, Junction. What was it? Junction 2, level 6B. We got it. We'll bring you back a nice map and maybe some extra shiny stuff too.
Yep.
all right.
We'll take care of that stuff down in Junction 6 2B for you, Clifford. We're good at killing stuff. We'll be back, no problem.
He looks at the others and he goes, "Okay, probably all right."
So is both John and Buster with us?
Yeah, who's the delving party today?
Oh, but of course, I didn't come across that dastardly ocean and this horrible jungle for nothing. I'm here for the riches and to spread the great royal name of John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt II.
Excellent. All right. Well, then once you've concluded your meeting with Clifford Jr., uh, then unless you need to supply yourselves in any way,
Yes, actually, I want a 10-foot pole.
ah,
Oh my god, the legendary 10-foot pole.
a 10-foot pole,
Actually,
men of culture.
we never did. We never did this. I want to sell some of my shit.
Didn't we do that last session?
I was gonna say, didn't you
I thought
guys?
we did at the
I
end.
thought you guys sold quite a bit of things,
Yeah,
didn't you?
because I
What
have
did you
an
want to sell?
obnoxious amount of coins.
So
Right, right.
I still have gems. I still have I've got a ring, a key, a small box, a pearl. I've still got some stuff that apparently
Well, what were you doing when everybody else was selling stuff, Dan?
I think this is stuff that was on the character sheet from like several sessions ago that missed somehow. I somehow missed.
Pole,
Was
10
was
foot,
Dan
2 silver pieces.
I guess I can swing that.
were you potentially not here when we ended the dungeon?
That might have been it.
No. No, because Sarducci almost got like effed at the end of that dungeon, that last dungeon. You were there. I'm pretty sure anyway. Hmm.
At the very least, Buster is carrying a shit ton of money. And on the off chance that he dies, he doesn't want some other adventurer eventually finding it. He wants to deposit or open a bank account in Keep Town.
That is a service that is offered in Keep Town. So pretty much the only I'm trying to think on the other character sheets there's all kinds of like places for money and stuff. On these character sheets you'll just have to make a notation X amount of gold in the bank. Uh
Now, Chuck wouldn't think that, but he'd feel left out if you were doing something without him, so he would do the same thing.
ah. Ah. Ah.
See, Sarducci had a different idea. Sarducci was like, I don't trust the banks all that much.
He's a conspiracy theorist.
Uh,
Sarducci wants to sell his shit and see if he can buy maybe maybe we can pool some of our money and buy a house.
So, okay, that is actually something that I haven't told you. So, here's another thing about Mega Dungeon. Within the dungeon, there are, as people are clearing it, you get first rights. Which means that if you clear a section of the dungeon that you fancy, and you're able to like it's secluded enough that you're able to like keep it clear, then you can inhabit that section of the dungeon.
Oh god.
So you can basically say, okay, like we've got this spot, like we've been able to secure it. We've cleared this section, we've been able to secure it, we're moving in.
God.
Basically. So technically, because that's the thing, there's no house to buy because outside of the keep is just jungle. Like there's no town, there's nothing anywhere.
That's not what I meant. Like not like a house, but like an apartment or a building inside the keep or something
Right,
inside the
right.
keep.
The thing is, it's been 10 years. There's none of that available anymore. Unless you have, I mean, anybody that has a space in the keep, it's gonna be like millions of gold because it's gonna be like an apartment in Manhattan, basically. But you can go into the dungeon and you can forge out your own apartment. So that's kind of the idea there.
Okay.
Um, The other thing is that of course, I don't use it in Up and Away because that's become a sci-fi-ish game, and I could probably use it still for some things, but it's not really meant for that. But for this game and for Planescape, so it pertains to everyone here. Of course, it's going to be backwards, but I'm going to use Goods and Gear, which is the best gear book that has ever been published. It's by Kenzer, um, and it is amazing. It has stats for both 3.5, which pretty much works for most modern D&D, and for Hackmaster, the original, which pretty much works for all old D&D. So it's like an awesome book, and it has everything in it. Like every good and service from like the fantasy kind of medieval type times that you could possibly think of. It's in there.
Well then,
Everything.
having that information, then Sarducci will just wait till the end of this round and sell at the end.
Okay,
Okay,
cool.
sounds good.
Cool.
Other than a 10-foot pole, does anybody need anything?
Oh, you know what? Maybe supplies, like
Surprise!
like food
Like
and
like
shit like that,
rations.
like rations and shit like that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Right, right. Um,
Where's that?
doo-doo-doo. Let's see. Um, well, what do you need? Let's see. Da-da. Yeah. So we got regular rations. Da-da-da. Well, this book has
Ah,
them per day. Regular rations, 2 silver pieces a day. Iron rations, 5 silver pieces a day.
how long does the book say? How long regular rations last?
A day.
No, no, no. What's their
Oh,
shelf life?
oh, 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 the shelf life. I think regular rations I think are like a week, right? Not keep more than a few days. Yeah. Iron rations like long voyages, but yeah, standard rations you got not long. Like
So maybe a week.
maybe a week if you're lucky. But if you're still eating standard rations after a week, we might have to do some disease checks.
So okay, so I want 3 days of standard rations. So
Okay. Go ahead and take those standard rations. Up like that. Ooh, I could do that.
maybe I should put it over here.
All right. That it?
I have pretty much everything I need, so I'm not really concerned.
Okay.
Yep, I think I'm good.
Okay.
I think I am also good as well.
All right. Well then, Chuck Sarducci, John and Buster head down to the second junction, which is interesting. The junctions are they're places where there are kind of chutes and ladders and corridors and elevators, and they kind of lead to all these different parts of the dungeon. And there's even a person there. She introduces herself as Clarice, and Clarice mans the elevators,
Loa
and basically,
Clarissa.
and there's like as you're standing there, there's this bell goes ding, 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 like she runs over to like where the bell is, and she like rings it back, and then she starts like turning this like great big wheel, and after quite a while, this kind of the elevator comes up to the top, and there's like three guys, and like one of them's like he's like his arms kind of messed up, and they kind of limp out, and they're like, "We got some good spoils though," and the guy holds up this like bag and kind of shakes it, and the other two guys go, "Ah," and they kind of limp past you back. Excuse me, back up into Keep Town. Um, so with that, you have Clarice lower you down to level 6B. The uh, the shaft is pretty long. It takes a while to get down there, but once you get down there, you do see that there's kind of a bell system with kind of a pulley and stuff, and there is a there's like a long hallway, and it's got kind of markers on it. It looks like somebody's marked it, and there's you head down this long hallway, and you actually pass a couple of other doors, and then finally you get to this door at the end of the long hallway, and somebody has marked on it 6B, and then it says danger whites
Mm.
With the G.
with a G.
No. Nah. Just a bunch of fucking white folk down here.
Yeah. Yes.
You can hear Mr. Brightside echoing through the chamber.
Echoing inside, yeah, yeah. Or Wonderwall.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. So 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 that is that's where we begin our adventure, and this little green area right here, I'm being kind, and I'll give
Making
you
sure we don't have
the
to
I'll
adjust the
give you
map
the
later on.
yeah, I'll give you the starting spot. That way, I don't have to like really go crazy and do too much adjusting, unless you go like way off, which it's always possible. But I don't know. You're usually you guys are pretty good. So
Cool.
so there you are. There is so there's this door, and as I said, it is marked as the correct one, supposedly.
Well, get to it. Whites? I don't really know what those are, but I'm sure we can handle it.
Yeah, it doesn't sound that difficult or sound that dangerous. I'm sure it's fine.
Sarducci is going to listen at the door, but not hear a damn thing.
And Sarducci listened at the door, but yeah, he ain't he shit.
I'll just be whistling in the background.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, yeah. There's probably a little bit of commotion.
Bust
Alright.
down the door.
Want me to take the lead?
Please.
Alright, does the door need busting or can I just open it?
I don't know. You'll have to try.
I
Maybe
will
you just open
Does bustin' make you feel good?
it.
Oh yeah. It would be funny if the guild that marked off the area had trapped the door, and the very first door we had to go through was fucking trapped. Oh,
I was just thinking that Keep Town would be an excellent place for a thieves guild for thieves that never go into the dungeon
and just loot the town.
just loot
and
bodies
just
and like yeah.
loot people as they're coming back.
I mean, how do you know that there's not a thieves guild hanging out
Yeah.
in the there's one here that could probably pretty easily find out, but you know, it's probably for another time. He's got in his
That guy's
town
up there
menu.
drinking.
No, in his town menu, he's got like an extra secret part that if he like scrolls down all the way, it's like Thieves Guild.
Thieves Guild.
Nobody else can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I
So,
will just try to attempt to open the door first.
all right.
Normally.
Yeah. You are able to just normally open the door. The room inside. Before you open the door, what is your lighting situation? Because obviously you're in the dungeon, so
Right.
before I describe the opening of the door, we figure out your lighting situation so that you know what is happening.
I can be the torch orderer if I'm going to be in the front. I do not mind. Or if we want someone in the middle, that's too.
There's I think
Actually,
two of you also have continual light.
Mm-hmm.
Have continual.
I forget now that I'm wearing a shield that takes up my offhand, right?
Correct.
So I probably wouldn't want to take the torch.
See, Buster has a two-handed axe. Prefers not to. Obviously John is a thief and prefers not to be the torch holder, so he can eventually hide in the shadows. So we could go with the continual light option.
That might be the best. And
What?
just maybe cast continual light on a stone and strap it to somebody's head.
Okay, that could work.
Does
Stick
somebody
it on
have?
the front of what's his face's shield.
Sure, if you just want to put it right on my shield, that's cool too.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
Then Buster goes ahead and casts continual light.
All right. Okay, so
That
you
shield
cast
will now
continual
glow
light.
forever.
And you get a nice flash of light here. It's easy because there's a on the shield there's kind of a little emblem on the front, so if you cast it on the emblem, it just kind of shines out from that.
Nice. It's set to M for many or W for Wumbo.
All right. Okay, so Chuck Testa with his glowing shield walks up to the door. It's a pretty standard door other than the warning metal with or wood with metal bands. When he tries the door, it kind of creaks open. It it's a little stuck, but you don't actually have to roll a strength check. Just a little bit of a push. Kind of. It seems like it's been kind of just jammed for a while, so you kind of have to give it a push, and it creaks open. When you look into the room, you're surprised that there's already light in this room. but it's a weird, flickering blue light. As the door creaks all the way open, you see that there are torches on the walls. The source of the light, flickering blue flame. The air is musty, and the stone walls are somewhat damp and covered with moss. The room is about 15 by 15 feet. And in this room, there are 4 doors, including the one that you are about to walk through. One in the center of each wall.
What should be the scale that we use per tile on this map?
I'd say go with
5 feet?
5.
5x5.
Yep. And you notice as you take a closer look that each of the 4 doorways is marked with strange runes.
You said there was one door in the middle of each wall, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Let's see. Does anyone have any magic, arcane history skill, perhaps?
You guys know how to read?
John
I think technically I am smart enough to read, just barely though.
Probably just barely, yeah.
can
Well,
definitely read. He's educated.
first of all, are you going to step into the room? Because right now
Yes.
you've just opened the door. So is everyone going into the room? Or is one person going in the room or a couple people? What are you guys doing?
I'll go into the room. I will.
It's the first room. How dangerous can it be, right?
Right?
Famous last words.
So everyone goes into the room. Just for to have it, what is your marching order? I'm gonna say what? Uh,
John's in
Chuck.
the back.
Sarducci is second to last.
So Chuck,
Uh,
Buster, Sarducci, and then John. Okay. All right. So you enter the room, and do you search? Do you look at those runes? Do you check doors? What is each character doing?
hmm.
I'd be looking at the doors. I want to keep. Chuck's probably wants to progress really fast, so he's looking at how to keep moving. So doors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he specifically checking the doors in any way, or is he just
Inspect the door, inspect the symbols, see if they're locked. See if I can open them.
okay? Did you want to check for? Because you have that like the regular
Yes.
thing where you can check for traps on those. If you want to go ahead and which one are you starting with? Because we'll go kind of one by one.
Yeah, I'll go clockwise, start on the left.
Okay. All right. So you're checking that door. What is Sarducci doing?
Sarducci is checking the walls for secret doors.
Okay. And what is Buster doing?
Let's see. Get a dwarf really quick. And he is going to think you'll find this a lot, but since this is a mega dungeon where clearly some kind of past civilization, you know, or some
Right.
kind of influence was here, there might be something that I might be able to notice. So Buster's gonna generally like keep out, probably inspect walls.
Right.
There's
Right.
really no chance that him or John would know what the runes on the doors say. So
Well, a thief
Yeah.
wouldn't a thief have
You never know. You never
language?
know.
Read language and shit like that.
uh,
I don't think he's gets. I think read language might be 10th. Wait, no, no, he probably already has it. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, he might. John actually might have read languages.
Oh, hold on. Roll20's glitching the fuck out for me. Okay.
Is
If
that
he does, I'm
not?
not seeing it.
Huh. Is that something? Did they add that for Beckmeat? Is that not? What the hell? That's so weird. I'm I'm like that. Okay. Is that really a thing where these don't have read languages? Like, how am I? It's like doesn't make any sense to me. But is that true? Or did they just forget it on the B? Oh yeah, 4th level. A thief can read languages with 80% probability.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just not on the sheet. So,
okay.
yeah.
Well, I do that.
Yeah.
Roll a D100.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll a D100. I'll let you roll it. That's cool.
Damn.
No, sorry.
Damn.
Yeah, you're like, you're looking at these runes, and you're like, mm,
Never seen these
too
before in my
weird.
life.
Definitely too weird. So everybody's kind of looking around the room, and so far nobody's really gleaned any information.
Well then,
What's Chuck's next step? Is he gonna continue to go around the room?
Yeah, I mean, was this first door trapped or locked?
Ah, yes. So the first door, you failed to find any traps. So you didn't find any traps. The only way that you'll really be able to tell if it's locked is if you try to open it.
Yeah, I would just try to open it, see if it opens. Not actually fully open the door, just a test.
Just give it a little.
Yep.
Okay, you like push it a little bit, and it does seem like it opens without. It's not a guest. Um, it opens easily without. It's not stuck. It's not locked. So that's the door here, right? This door here.
okay. Are
So
we just going to go systematic and go through that one and come back later?
Sure. That works for me.
Okay.
Well, if I know it opens and I know it's unlocked, I will go ahead and open it.
okay. So Chuck pushes the door open, and when pushed open fully, it reveals a hallway. The hallway goes about 15 feet before turning to the right. It ends with a door.
So straight ahead is there's a door at the end of that hallway.
Yeah. So all the way to the door, it's actually about 20 feet. But at the 15-foot mark, it turns to the left.
Turns to the left or to the right?
Sorry, to the right. I was right the first time.
There we go.
I don't know
Yes.
which way it turns
No.
anymore.
I know what way it turns. Yeah, it turns to the right. There's a door at the end. That's what you can see so far.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
Okay. Well, then just continue marching.
well, there's not an opening. It's a,
Yeah, I will.
you know what I mean.
Just making a note for it.
Yeah, yeah. But what I'm saying is it's not like halfway. It's like at the end. I guess when I just want maybe I'm not
Nick, and
100%.
that's not making sense. So you said 15 feet down there's a turn, but 20 feet down there's a door.
Correct. 15 feet down is the beginning of the turn. It's like the end of the wall on the right
Oh.
side. 20
Mm.
foot down is the terminus wall with the door on it.
That makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, I may have not have described it in the best way. Sometimes
So
it's
so
weird.
it's 3 squares over, 1 square up, then there's a door.
Essentially. that that still looks weird as fuck, but
like that.
That's how a map would be drawn. Maybe. I
Hmm.
don't know.
it maybe I'm not okay because I want you guys. The only reason that I'm like I want to make sure that I'm like when I'm describing things, I want to describe it correctly. Uh, what I mean is that the door is here and that the
Should be one.
hallway continues down here.
Yeah, it goes this way.
So
From
that's
here.
yeah. That's what I mean. So like what I'm trying to describe is that
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
Never mind.
So
I get what
like
you're saying.
I probably the only way to really say it is that like the right wall in the hallway is 15 foot long, but the left wall is 20 foot long because at the 15-foot mark is when
The right wall ends and
the
starts
right
turning.
wall ends and
Okay.
starts the turn.
Yep.
I feel like you should just say the hall looks like it goes about 20 feet and turns to the right, but at the bend straight ahead, there's a door.
Okay. All right. I'll do that then. That's you're probably right. I'm
Anyway.
overthinking it. Anyway.
Wel-
Okay.
Welcome to Dicks in the Dark, map making 101.
Map making 101. Well, I just want to make sure I describe things the way that you guys, especially since maps are like a part of it.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you take the hallway?
Sure.
Yeah.
Truck
Uh,
is just generally going to charge ahead unless someone stops him.
Unless
for
somebody
something.
stops him. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, good to know. Good to know. Okay. So Chuck kind of he charges ahead down the hallway, and of course he gets to the door, which is again a pretty standard door like the ones in the previous room. He can see that the hallway to the right is kind of long and seems like it has a weird bend in it. And I'll describe that as you
Go that
walk
way.
down it.
Gotcha. I think I'll check out the store first.
Okay. Do you just want to open it, bust it down, check it? Is anybody going to check it?
I will try to check it.
While you're checking the door, I'll do in the hallway. This.
The stonecraft down here is definitely ancient. It's even possible that ancient dwarves had a hand in it. But other than that, this hallway doesn't really give you too much additional information. But you didn't find any stone traps or anything like that in there. Not so far.
Good to know.
So Sarducci is just going to continue to keep checking as they go along for
Okay.
secret doors and having no luck.
Well, you really only would get one roll for this section of the thing, but
Yeah.
you failed thrice, so it's fine. Well, you're at this door. So far you haven't found anything. Is anybody going to take a moment to? Anybody else going to take a moment to check it, or are you just going to kind of bust in?
I trust our front man.
Yeah, I will just head in then.
Okay.
Tempt the door.
You you go to open the door, and it's it's weird. It's stuck, but it's like it seems to be kind of like rattling in its frame almost. It's like you can't push it in any further. You can't really push it, but it's like kind of rattling. It looks like it's supposed to push in.
Does it slide? Can I like push it left or right? Are those silly bathroom barn doors?
It kind of like as you if you try and slide it, it kind of like again it jiggles in its frame. It seems like loose in a way. It's very weird.
Well, I'm getting frustrated with it, so I'm gonna. It's wood.
It's wood.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna kick in the door or shield bash it. Mm,
Okay, so kick or shield bash.
Kicking is probably better. I'm gonna kick it.
Okay, go ahead and make a. I guess just make a strength check.
Blech.
You kick the door, and you kick it pretty hard. And ouch! The door itself splinters and cracks in half, but also, damn, you really hurt your foot. Like, pretty bad. You take 5 hit points worth of damage.
Ah,
Wow.
You think you might have broken a toe. And, but the door, it kind of cracks in half, and then it falls away, and behind it, the it's like looks like it's like a fake door because behind it is stone. There's like an archway which the door was kind of fitted into. And then there's like stone, but it looks like the stone might be some sort of a door, but you're going to have to examine it further to open it.
Oh my.
So I literally just kicked the door right against stone
Right
and just
against-
kicked straight into stone.
Correct. All right.
Oh,
So as Chuck holds his one leg and hops on the other and kind of hops back, Buster comes forward, looks at the door. He's seen this design before, and it looks like you can probably push it to the side, kind of like Chuck was thinking with the regular door in the beginning.
Fake door right in front of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
So so yeah, that's what it looks like. It looks like there's a big stone slab that could maybe with great strength be kind of pushed to the side.
well, John, you want to tag team it? I'll help you.
all right. Let's try to avoid more broken bones. Oh, actually, I got it. It's good.
Oh, okay.
That
All
was
right.
that was
Oh yeah,
Buster,
that was
not
Buster.
John.
Well, Buster was already up there. He's like, I
Yeah.
got it.
Mhm.
He gave it a good push.
Wait, was my
And
first
what's that?
Never mind. I got confused between my characters. I thought I rolled
Oh, okay.
on John or something.
Yeah, it looks like you did roll on Buster, but that's fine. It works. Buster pulls to the side, and the chamber is open. Inside, there's a great musty smell. Sarducci recognizes the smell, and perhaps John too. It smells of, well,
It's
it smells of an ancient
Whorehouse.
burial tomb. You see that the room is long, and most of the room goes to the right. So forward, the room is maybe about 10 foot wide. So from the door to the wall in front of you. And the total length of the room is probably about 25 foot, but 5 foot of that is to the left of the door, if that makes sense.
Like so.
And at the very end up here, you can see there is a large sarcophagus. The room is kind of lined with pottery along the walls, and then it ends in this sarcophagus. There's a dry rot smell in here.
okay. So, who's gonna be the one that pushes open that sarcophagus? That was a trick question. It's John. What do you do?
That was a great.
Like, ooh.
Okay. So John ignores all of the ignores all of the pottery on the sides. He's headed right for that sarcophagus. He scoots right past Chuck and starts into the room. He probably should have checked for traps,
Oops.
but he didn't. Right about here, right in the middle of the room,
Yeah.
uh, he he steps on a pressure plate, hears the click, and he has maybe enough time to react. Go ahead and make a saving throw. Let's see. Let's
No,
go
a
ahead and
pit
saving
opens up and he starts to fall.
saving throw versus death. Yeah, that would suck. Maybe saving throw versus death ray.
Okay.
Oh no.
So John tries to dive out of the way, but the ceiling just goes woo, and most of the ceiling in the middle of the room, at about probably like a 10 foot from the middle of the room, just caves in, uh, and rubble piles onto John. Uh,
Okay, Barney is kind of small.
huh?
What?
He
Say Barney?
takes
Yeah, Barney Rubble piles onto John.
Oh,
He's kind of short, so it's all right.
Oh my goodness, you're retarded. Uh, so John takes 10 damage.
ooh.
Just like pieces falling down on him and stuff. And when that happens,
So far, the party has gotten 15 damage from rock.
Yep.
uh,
Up, turn tracker.
as soon as that happens, at the end of the thing, that sarcophagus is actually kind of tilted up. So it's like almost at like an angle. And as soon as the roof caves in, the cover of the sarcophagus explodes off, and a wrapped figure rises out of it.
A
And
rat figure.
a
Is
wrapped
that Tupac?
figure like Dr. Dre. Well,
That'd be kind of goddamn cool, actually.
yeah. You smell some rot and
Patchouli.
all right. It is initiative. Of course, we got some. Wait, did you guys
John.
roll initiative?
No.
You
Nope.
guys
No.
didn't roll initiative.
Nothing.
Okay, okay.
Dragged
I
it.
was. All right. Well, then it is initiative.
Buster.
Oh my god.
Is that a 0? I believe. Yeah. Yeah.
Again.
Oh
That's
my
okay, Steve.
goodness.
We missed it. Cameron rolled physical dice to while you were off outside, I think. He rolled physical dice to
Uh
for his hit points, and one of them was another one.
Yeah.
huh. Oh, rip.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay. Well, let's see. All right. Yeah, I'll make sure that you can see the turn tracker up here. All right.
Hold on a second.
Somebody's
Something's
missing.
fucked up. No, something's fucked up. Why
Wait.
is John a 0? Oh, cause I was not clicked on Buster with that. Let me.
What in the world? Yeah.
I know what happened. Yeah. So I'll just make Buster a 0, and John is supposed to be a 6.
6, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Better. All right. Yeah. We got it. It working now.
All right. Well, I guess John is going to have to spend the turn climbing out of this rubble.
Digging himself out of rubble.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. So John is gonna spend the turn, digging himself out of this rubble here, and oh, okay. Oh, that looks so weird. Oh, I see, because I have different settings. All right. Okay, so the mummy has risen out of its grave, and it's attacking forward. But John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt's going first. He is, of course, quickly trying to scramble out of this awful rock. Wait, why is... Okay, that's not supposed to be there. All right, and then, well, geez, I guess then the mummy goes, and let's see. Of course, that means, God, poor John, just been brought back to life.
He got a
Prone
little
right here.
overexcited. Ancient.
Ancient.
Burial
He's like,
ground.
I gotta get some of what's in here,
Mhm.
and yeah, that's maybe not the best thing. So the mummy lurches forward and totally misses John, so he's in an okay situation. And the mummy only has the one attack, so lucky you. Chuck and Sarducci.
All right. I want to get. Whoa.
It's a lot of dice.
That's because
The gods.
the gods.
Yeah, let's see.
That's because the gods.
Ah,
Okay. Let me just consult the table. You're level 8.
10.
whoa.
You're not level 10.
Oh, wait. Hold on. No, I'm level 8.
That's what I thought. I'm
Yeah, I'm
like,
level 10.
I'm like, dang, what the F?
He's the one who leveled me up, too.
All right, so the mummy kind of freezes in place and then kind of starts to back up. And it's like inching away and it's kind of gone like this. And it like basically backs up all the way into its sarcophagus. It's not destroyed or anything, but it's kind of like it's whinging from your thing, and it's actually trying to close the busted cover, but because it made an awesome like epic entrance and blew the cover off, it's all busted up, so it's like having problems. And Chuck Testa.
Oh. I want to get right up beside it and hit it with a sword.
Sure, you can do that. Holy smokeroos!
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Damn. Damn.
Well, dang on. You take a big sword swing, smiting hard. Many of its bandages rip off, revealing desiccated flesh and bone, all dried. And
Are there more torches in here? Those blue light
no,
torches?
no. In here, there's no more. There's no blue torches, and there were
Okay.
none in the hallway either. No, no, no,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
No. In here, Chuck is providing the light, and oh, that means Buster is who is up.
All right. Buster is going to join Chuck over and swing that battle axe.
Hmm.
Not a bad hit, and definitely one that connects, smashing into this mummy. And it is still up, and it seems that the two hits against it have made it kind of come out of its turn, and it's stopped again once trying to hide itself and renews its aggression and its initiative. All right, John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt, who is now uncovered from debris, may act.
John is going to try a little swingy swing with his sword.
Oh, it was almost a 19. And just rolled right over. That, unfortunately, is not a hit. Oh, here we go. It's because it is July 3rd.
Yeah.
The fireworks in Pittsburgh have started, and they will continue unabated till Friday. So that's what's going to happen.
Luckily, we can't hear them. I can tell you, I can't hear them
Hmm.
at all. So
Yeah. That was a really loud one I just heard. It was like, but all right. Anyway, it is the Chuck Testa's turn.
All right, I am doing the same thing, just in the opposite direction. Swish.
Bam! That is a hit. Once again, your sword bites in, and oh man, this mummy is uh this mummy. It's almost a wrap for him. He's
womp
he's jacked
womp
up.
womp
He's still got a
womp.
little bit left in him, but he's coming unraveled real quick. And Sarducci, Buster, and the mummy all go at the same time.
Ooh, exciting.
Buster Cherry with the battle axe bites hard. Amazingly, the mummy is still up. The mummy is targeting the one who's done the most damage, which is Chuck Testa. He misses Chuck horribly, and Sarducci with that 3 damage, and you know what? That is just enough. The Morning Star smashes into the mummy's skull, completely unraveling its, and it kind of just dissolves in front of you. As that happens, you see a glint behind it.
What do we find? Also, what was the mummy like a dwarven mummy or human or what?
It was actually big. It was like 7 foot. So you're thinking that it was maybe human, but maybe something else. Not big enough to be a giant, and lanky, so not an ogre. Hard to say.
It's an orc mummy.
Orcs are short too, so I don't know. It's a Anunnaki. Anyway,
So what's
um, yeah, there's a glint. So you can't really see it. You can just see that there's something there. You would have to examine the sarcophagi.
All right. Well, since John went through all that trouble of eating shit, he's gonna search the sarcophagus and trigger another trap where he takes the rest of his health and dies within the first room.
Well, is he gonna just search it, or is he gonna check for traps first?
to check for traps. Um,
He is a thief, so he's got a better chance than well.
does
All
he?
right.
Does
I
he
mean, he
know?
does, but not when you're rolling like that. Isn't that the second 88? Didn't you roll an 88 for your last check? Your last thief ability check was an 88, and it was also a fail.
Um,
How weird. What the hell is going on with roll 20? Also, it didn't. Oh man, this thing's
that
just being
must have been something
fucking
on your
stupid.
end because I don't see it.
It was way back before the battle. Um, so yeah, you check for traps. You don't find any traps. Uh, and then you begin to search the sarcophagus, and unfortunately, it looks like you missed a trap. Go ahead and
God damn it.
go ahead and make another saving throw versus Death Ray, and
Ah!
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
a blade, kind of a circular blade, like flies out from like behind in like a saw motion. And let's see here. It's not too bad. John only gets hit for 5 this
God.
time. None of your damage, so you've got like a bunch of damage and like none of
Yeah.
the party damage has come from monsters.
Like I see it
Alright.
right now. Every other season, it's trying to either find John or bring him back from the dead.
That's the ending for each season is trying to find John, trying to bring him back from the dead. But maybe John's pain was worth it because inside the sarcophagus, behind the awful blade that nearly cut off his arm but didn't, 600 gold pieces, a silver dagger, and some sort of amulet. Woohoo.
So
Your first treasure.
while John's doing that,
Okay.
there are pots in this room.
That is correct.
So are they big pots or little pots?
There's an array of pots.
Let me ask you this: are all of the pots at the height that Sarducci can just walk up and look into every single pot, or are some pots taller than Sarducci?
Some pots are really tall, but there are small pots that you can look into. But a
Okay,
lot of the pots do have kind of like lids or caps.
okay. So
Not every
Sarducci,
single one does, but there's an array. There's let's see. There are you count 20 pots of varying sizes.
that is a lot of pot.
There is
Yes.
you know,
So Sarducci's gonna walk up to one of the pots that doesn't have a lid and look down into it.
he looks down into a pot with no lid, and it's kind of
Triggers a
dark.
trap.
He doesn't. It's hard to see because unless Chuck is like, because it's like down inside a pot. You know what
Okay.
I mean? And like unless you have a light shined right down into the pot, it's hard to really.
Sarducci's gonna look at the pot, can't see inside of it. Okay. Doesn't want to stick his hand in, but just takes it and pushes it over.
He pushes it over, and the pot actually shatters when you push it over, and inside, you think it's the skeleton of a cat.
Okay. Sarducci is just gonna start pushing pot.
Okay, he's just gonna go around the
Like,
room, push
I
all the
didn't know
pots
you were that
over.
kind of life.
Yeah, yeah. He's just gonna start pushing all the pot over.
Okay. So Sarducci pushes all of the pots over, and uh, there's a lot of kind of worthless to you guys stuff in most of the pots. However, you're able to find an additional 65 gold in the pots, as well as an ancient map that looks like it could be part of the dungeon. It's hard to tell if it's this part of the dungeon because you haven't really mapped enough to see, but definitely looks like it could be part of the dungeon. It's a pretty big
Okay.
map too, so it was in like one of the big things, so it's
Okay.
like a pretty decent sized map.
All right. By the way, guys, I am writing all of this down, so we
Okay.
can figure all this out later.
All right. So, and this room doesn't have any other entrances or exits that you can see.
How big is this room?
About 10 foot by what, 25?
Yeah.
So What we do is we go back to the entrance room with the 4 doors. We secure that room so nobody
This is
else
our
can get
house.
in. And that's our that
All
first
right.
room is our house.
This room, they're like, this is the mummy room. That's
The
our
mummy
house. We
room. That's
killed this
the one we're
mummy.
living in.
This is that. This is our house.
One with the partially caved-in ceiling. That's the one.
That's true. It does have a partially caved-in ceiling.
Oh wait,
But
if it has a partially caved-in ceiling, does that mean that we can see the level up above us?
No. No shot.
no, you can't. There's the way the ceiling caved in. The whole room was brick, and the ceiling was brick as well. And when the brick of the ceiling caved in, over top of the brick is just stone.
Ah.
So, no, you can't see above. But it also means that you'd still have like it's enclosed. So if you cleaned out the stone, you could stay in here if you really wanted to, I guess.
Do I find any secret doors?
Buster looks around, and even after some very thorough checking, he does not find any secret doors. Which is also maybe, kind of a thing to be like, oh, well, at least it's secure. If there's no secret doors, that means nobody can come up
Okay.
and F with us. But
Good to know.
it seems like you have pretty much exhausted everything that you can do in this room, at least for now, unless you're going to take a nap.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep, guys. So have fun with the rest of the dungeon.
Done.
That's what Dan wants to do.
Seriously.
Yeah, it was a
All
good nap.
right.
I think I got all my spell
Nice.
slots back after that.
Excellent. Yep, yep.
So
All right.
I say we backtrack just a tiny little bit and go this way.
The hallway.
Oh, how much HP did I get back? Cure light.
Ah, yes. Cure Light Wounds. Buster did cast a Cure Light Wounds, and well, that's not bad. 5 hit points.
Hey, helps.
Certainly does.
Okay. Back in marching order, fellas.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay. So you come outside back into the hallway, and this hallway here goes. We'll just call it north because it's north on the map. Uh, it looks like it goes about 25 feet before skewing to the left. So it looks like it goes 25 feet straight. And then from that point on, it doesn't turn, it's not a right
Right
angle.
angle.
It's
A left angle.
well, it is a left angle technically. But yes, it's more of like a 30. Yeah. It's more like that. Um, though as it doesn't really curve, it kind of goes straight, and it goes for about 20 feet before turning. Well, I guess I won't tell you unless you keep going. So this first part of the hallway, yeah, it's kind of going like that. So this first part of the hallway, as you walk down it, is anyone doing anything? Are you checking for traps?
Oh yeah. John has had enough of getting dumpstered.
John's learned his lesson.
The Buster doesn't find shit. John. Find remove traps.
Oh,
All right.
Oh.
So, okay. So you make your way down this first section of the hallway, and you make sure that there are absolutely no traps. And in this first section, there aren't. Unfortunately, you don't find any secret doors or anything else. Again, when you get to about this point, yeah, it goes kind of, catacorner to the left, and it goes about 20 feet before completely turning to the left. And as you walk down this section of, as you walk down this section, are you doing anything?
we're gonna walk down to Electric
Oh, wait.
Avenue.
It's the bad one.
Let me take it high.
That's the good one.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh
Garrett's
yeah.
Garrett's clever.
Except it doesn't work in Roll20. They're diagonals. Their map
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I'll tell you the angle is it's like sharp. It's like probably it's like a probably closer to like a 30-degree angle.
That is a sharp angle. God dang.
Maybe not. Maybe
A
I'm trying to
little bit
look.
more. A little bit more. A little left. A little bit more. A little left.
There we go.
Almost there.
Almost there. Actually, it's probably I don't know. What is it? What's the? It's probably 45. I'm gonna say it's probably about a 45-degree angle.
40-degree angle.
And let's see. So again, no traps found by our roguish friend here. Um,
Excuse me.
Less.
Sarducci failed to find a secret door. And then when you get to the end of this hallway, it goes 5 feet and then ends in a door. So it goes 5 feet to actual right, and then there's a door, or actual left. Sorry, I guess that's what it is. Right, left. Yes.
And the door is right in front of us.
The door is right in front of you.
Okay.
Correct.
Doing a little more of that crappy find action.
And with this, you discovered, thankfully, you discovered a trap.
What kind of trap was it?
It looks like it is some sort of arrow trap. It's possible that another roll you could possibly remove it.
Is it Oliver Queen? Is it an arrow trap? Is it John
Maybe.
Diggle? Maybe John Diggle?
Oh yeah, that trap.
All right.
Dunzo.
You were able to remove it, and you're glad that you did, because inside were two arrows that had reservoirs, and the metal tips seemed to have some kind of acid within them.
Ooh, we got some acid arrows.
But you think the door is safe now.
Okay. Let's open up that door. Go ahead, Chuck.
All right. Sure, I will open the now unlocked door.
Did anybody unlock it? You don't know. No, you don't. You knew that it was trapped. The trap is removed. You don't know if it's locked or not. You could either just try it or, whatever.
Hmm. Can I check for locks? I think that's the thing I can do.
The door pushes inward, so again, you could just kind of check it to see if it like pushes.
Sure. I will do that.
As you begin to push the door inward, you hear and there's like yelling of some kind of like loud guttural yelling as you start to like push the door in. And you hear like chains rattling and kind of going
If I stop moving the door, keep it closed.
Okay,
Does
you
it
stop.
continue?
Yes. Yeah. Something within sounds displeased and is having a hissy fit, and there's rattling chains as well. And whatever there are, there's more than one, and they sound really big.
I will turn around. Well, are we going this way? I'm ready if you guys are.
It depends. There
I
you know.
mean, we're going to have to map all of this floor eventually. Why not start here now?
I agree. If we don't take care of these guys, somebody else will.
All right.
All right. So then you do you push the door open?
All right. Well, I'll try to charge in and draw all the attention. That'll be my plan. Yep, and then I will, once we're ready, push open the door and try to rush into the room.
Okay. So um you push into the door and you rush into the room. And you rush into a room that it's not really that big. It's maybe about, with this door in the center, it's maybe about 15 feet wide and about 10 feet deep. And the floor is covered in straw. There are iron chains on the walls. And what is attached to those iron chains appear to be two very large, very feral looking ogres. Both of them are foaming at the mouth and look very undernourished. They're chained to the walls by their neck, but the chains are long enough that they can get like just to the door. So they can almost get like pretty much almost everywhere in the room is about how long the chains are. They're chained to the back wall directly in the middle, right across from the door. And there is also a door on the right wall closer and on the left wall far. So like here and here. And of course, if Chuck runs into the room, then he is immediately engaged into combat with the ogres. So everyone, go ahead and roll that initiative.
Okay.
Nice.
Boy. All right.
Nice.
Well,
Nice.
John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt is up. He's the first to go.
Am I able to squeeze past everyone here?
Chuck was the only one that entered the room to kind of initiate things, so he's really the only one in the room. So I'm assuming, yeah, the doorway is clear.
Okay.
He gonna slide in.
Hmm. Yeah. Let's see.
Excuse
That's weird. Did I not remove that?
With that weird thing on your junk.
Yeah, yeah. I thought you guys would check that out, and we got that laser. Now
Nice.
I thought didn't John lose his invisibility cloak?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that
He
just
did.
never.
Yeah, I probably forgot to.
Okay, so that's gone. But I still have. Actually, we have a silver ring of invisibility and a ring of animal control. Interesting. Um. Yeah. Let's see. Does anyone have any ranged attack in our party? That's a question.
Good
If they're chained
question.
up, if they're chained up to a wall, this could make it pretty easy.
I mean, you could always throw daggers at them. The problem is, how many daggers do you have? I don't know if anybody has. If you had typical Cal Elf, I think has a bow,
Hmm.
but I don't know if anybody else really is bow equipped.
I
You
mean,
know what I do have?
the only other person who has anything ranged is Craven,
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah,
but
spells.
that's
Yeah,
about it. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what John does have?
a
He has
big
flasks
dick.
of oil. He's got. Oh, he's also got that. Um, John is going to slide into the room outside of the range of the ogres, and gonna toss a flask of oil at, let's say, the left one.
Okay. That yeah, just go ahead and make just a generic attack roll. So just go ahead and roll a 20.
One take.
Oh yeah, yeah, that is with your Thaco and your dexterity. The oil splashes. It hits the wall like right between him and like splashes all over him. Or actually, probably hits the floor and splashes all over him. But it's a good hit. It gets oil on both of them. Um, let's see. Uh, Chuck Testa, go ahead and roll a just go ahead and roll a save versus death ray to see if you're able to dodge away from that. See if you get hit with any of that fucking oil that just splattered since you ran into the center of the room.
Oh no, he
Nah,
doesn't.
you got some oil on you too as well. So,
Nice.
but it's fine. It's not lit right now, so all good. Um, Sarducci.
Sarducci's gonna slide into the room as well,
Okay.
and take his staff and staff at one of them,
Aha.
Dap at him, Sarducci.
but miss.
Yeah,
Oh,
not so mooch. And Chuck Testa and the two Ogars, they go at the same time.
All right. Um,
The first Ogar, it's of course gonna try and punch Mr. Testa. Ain't gonna hit him. The second ogre is
that oil gets up under its neck and loosens, and he slips his head out of the damn thing.
it's really gonna try and reach and get Sarducci, and it's gonna do its best to try and make that happen. Hey, we got the first damage of the night from a monster. It's just able to like get and just punch you. Crack. 5 damage.
Sarducci's not happy.
And that's gonna be Buster.
All right. Buster, let's see.
wait, did I
He actually doesn't.
lose my round? Is that what
Oh
happened?
wait, did you not? No. You
Oh yeah.
sorry. You just didn't go.
Right. Yeah, just picking the left one.
Aha.
Hmm.
Well, all right. Now it's Buster
Yeah.
because yeah, that was unfortunately a big miss in a small room. Cramped in here. These ogres. So yeah, that is Buster then.
Buster is going to try to attack at the extent of the ogre's range.
So he's gonna kind of stay at the like the door
Yeah,
basically and attack from the doorway. Okay.
pretty much. Let's see, there it is.
There's one that's injured that or actually no, there's not one that's injured. Wait, there is. Wait, is there
No,
one that's?
nobody. No,
No,
I don't
there's
think
not
I'm
they've
one that's
damaged yet.
injured. Yeah,
I'm
nobody's
injured.
done damage. You're injured. That's right. Now one is injured. Buster takes a great hit on one of them, rending flesh and bone, and it's definitely not happy about that. I think that's initiative. Oh yes, it is.
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Oh my god, Buster got a crazy roll. Slap jaw.
And Chuck. Initiative.
Is that Chuck initiative?
Chuck initiative. Oh, look at that. That's not
Pretty,
bad.
pretty solid all around.
Right. So it's Chuck Testa's and John's turn. And what will Chuck do?
All right.
Of course, now there is one damaged, one hurt, and one unhurt, of course.
Yeah, I'm sticking with the one on the left over here with John.
All right.
Nothing crazy.
Nothing
Damn.
crazy.
You
indeed.
can say that again. Nothing
Nothing good.
crazy. Yeah, just swinging and just you just not having a good time right now. Just not the greatest, but maybe John will have better luck.
Oh, John's gonna have some better luck because he's gonna take a match from his tinderbox, break it, and toss it in the oil on the ogre. I guess that's an attack roll.
Yeah.
Well,
And that is a hit. The I'm assuming you meant not a match, but a tinder. You have something to light, right? You have because there are no matches, but
Isn't that what a tinderbox is?
well, kind of, but not really. They're not matches to specifically.
Oh, it's kind of just like a flint and a sparker.
Yeah, it's kind of like a flint and a sparker. So
Oh, today I learned.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah. Then
you could totally go
Yeah, I
throw-
mean, you
and
could
throw a
do that.
spark. Because those sparks are. I mean, if it
They
catches the
do.
oil, it's
I was
going to
gonna
go
say they
off.
do go pretty far. If you've seen a real one, like
Hmm.
if you kind of click down it, and the sparks do kind of shoot out a
I mean,
decent amount if you do it
if
hard.
if that works,
But you'd have to get down and do it. But I mean, if
No,
that's what you want to do, then yeah,
it always comes out if you do it hard, Steve.
of course. So so you bend down, strike it, light up the oil on the ground. Uh, the unhurt ogre doesn't light. The hurt ogre lights and receives additional fire damage. And Garrett, go ahead and make a saving throw versus Death Ray to see
You light up.
if Chuck Testa lights up. All right, so
Oh,
Chuck Testa
woo!
avoids turning into a big ball of flame, but the injured ogre is the one that's on the right hand side of the room is flaming now.
Oh no, he's flaming.
Yes, and that means it's Buster and those fellers, those ogre fellers.
Buster is now going to turn his attention to the unhurt one. Does
Ooh,
probably not hit.
not quite.
Not having a
And
great time with these.
yeah, the ogres, the the one that didn't catch on fire is now trying to get absolutely at the end of its chain and just he's clawing over towards John over there, and he's just
Save my
actually
LOL.
able to manage to just get a hit. But it's just a graze for 1 damage. The one that is on fire is freaking out and trying to hit the closest thing to him, and that's Chuck Testa. But he misses Chuck. And Sarducci is up.
The same one that hit me. I'm going after with the staff. Is the one that hit me on fire or not on
The
fire?
one that hit you is on fire and is it's damaged.
Running
Yes.
down the street.
Yeah. What's this? Richard Pryor running down the street.
These guys don't get that.
Oh
Nope.
man. You should check
Uh,
out some Richard Pryor stand up though.
oh yeah.
It's pretty great.
So.
He's Dave Chappelle before Dave Chappelle. Right?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. So I guess that's the closer one to me. That's the one that hit me. That's the one I'm going for. God damn, we are not having a great time with these ogres.
These chained ogres, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say
They're
it's
dodgy.
probably the ogres and three other guys in a room. There's it's a little cramped in here with all this swinging and fighting and everything. Makes sense that it's difficult, but it is initiative. I'll check something here real quick. Do we got all the initiatives up?
I see 4 initiatives.
All right. I'll be back in
Yep.
just a sec. I just wanted to check something here real quick. Looks like. Yeah, this ogre is freaking out. Did anybody get better than 5? Let me ask you that.
Better than
Nope.
5. No.
Nope. Really?
Nobody got better
Not
than
this time.
4.
Oh. Well then the ogres.
They're going.
Yeah, they're going. They are going, and once again, the one misses Chuck, misses him terribly, and the
This is
other
Chuck.
one is he's
One
still
of the
trying to
ogres
get.
is Chuck's mom. What?
Yeah, he's still trying to get the one that's trying to set people on fire, and ooh, he just misses John this time, so spared from the hit, and then John is up.
4, 3,
John
2, 1.
is attacking the unhurt one. Hooray.
That's a hit. So John digs his sword into the uninjured one, drawing blood, and that one's now injured. Chuck Test is up.
All right. Staying away from the one on fire. Sticking to the one on the left. We're just doing a big overhead swing this time.
Ooh. The unhurt one, right?
Correct.
Ooh,
Which
a
is
big slam.
now hurt.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
hurt.
Well, he was not unhurt. He just got hurt last so he's very hurt now. Big overhead swing. You cleave deep down into the shoulder, and this guy is he's looking like he's in danger of passing out from extreme blood loss. Still alive, but just barely hanging on. And means Sarducci is the one.
Fire guy.
You're just like swinging around at this guy on fire, and he's going crazy. No wonder he's difficult to hit.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
He catches his calf on fire.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. just wait and get a 1. That's what
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
waiting for, was
Ooh.
for Dan to get a 1, so the staff does catch on fire.
All right.
But
and then
Buster Cherry, the one that's on fire on the right, or the one that just got the shit kicked out of him on the left?
Let's see. I think we're going for the left one.
Damn.
Ooh,
And we're doing a little
left.
finishing job.
Yeah, so Buster Cherry digs his axe blade into this already deeply hurt ogre, and he just practically cuts him in half, felling the creature, blood and gore everywhere, just spilling out. But there's still one on fire, and that means it's initiative.
Ooh, we're in there.
Nice. But ooh, so John definitely up first.
All right, John is gonna swing away at this fucking lunatic, but he's
Okay.
not successful.
So John has to come a little bit away from the corner of the room to get the guy on the other side, but even then, he's not able to do it. But maybe Sarducci can. He's a little closer.
Nope.
Nope.
Well,
Nope.
maybe not. In
Sarducci's just
fact,
missing every attack horribly.
I feel like Sarducci is just like swinging around in circles with his like staff. He's just like blindly, wildly swinging.
No, he's being
Yeah.
super cautious not to get his staff on fire.
Yeah, that could be. All
And
right.
and himself, his
does.
robes and everything, you know?
Well, with that being said, the on fire ogre lashes out at Sarducci, hitting him
Shit.
uh, for. Dang. This guy just rages out, hits you for 9 damage,
Ah,
just
God.
pummels you with his flaming fist. Make a saving throw versus Death Ray. Because as you mentioned, you got all kinds of robes and stuff on here. All right,
Oh
okay.
yeah, we're good. We're good there.
The fire just goes poof. It kind of scorches your chest, but fortunately for you, fortunately for you, your robes do not catch on fire.
Yeah.
And Chuck Testa, he's the one.
All right. Okay. So the one on the left is still up, correct?
The one on the right is still up. The flaming
Flaming one.
one, the one that you were beating on before Buster finished him off.
They don't call me the Buster for nothing.
It's true.
Alright, we're doing a nice fancy 360 spin backhand slash on this guy.
Oh!
Oh! All right. Let's see what we got here. Roll. Oh, there we go. All right. So you spin around and you cleave right into the chest of the ogre, and your sword just cuts through, breaking the bones, splitting the organs, spraying gore out everywhere. Despite it's warmed gore too because it's on fire. The guy just slides in half the top of his body, just burning and sliding off. Doggos! And
Wait. There was something we forgot completely.
ogres are dead.
The first thing that you said when we walked into the room is that the entire floor was covered in straw.
Uh, yeah.
Wait, did you actually say that?
I did say
Yes.
that.
He did say that.
Oh,
He said that. He said that. He said it.
We're about to
And
all take some fire damage.
I think there's some bad shit about to happen.
Thank you, Dan, for
Well, hey, we've got it. We've got to do this. We got to do
It's
this
true.
right.
It's true. Because I forgot about the straw on the floor. But yes, there is straw on the floor. It's right there on the notes. I'm looking right at it. Had I thought about it earlier, I probably would have made some checks. But let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna say that especially with the guy sliding onto the floor, the straw on the floor ignites, which means that the room ignites.
Oh hell
And
no.
all three of you need to make a saving throw versus Death Ray. And we're going to
Try
say
to
that
get out of the room.
Chuck Testas is -2, but he passes anyway. Because he's got a little bit of oil on. Look at that.
Damn.
Death Ray? I'll go ahead and put the -2 in there.
Oh, he didn't.
Oh
Oh.
no.
Oh, wait, didn't you already? Oh, shit. I
No.
thought.
That was a.
Oh, that was John.
I
Oof.
ultra failed.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so then let's see. There's somebody. Oh, Buster.
Buster.
Yeah.
Did I not roll?
I don't think you rolled for Buster.
Yeah, Buster didn't get a roll.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't see a roll for Buster.
Or it didn't work.
Back.
um. Oof.
Yes,
So. So Chuck.
Oh, we're chilling.
Everybody else somehow gets to the corners of the room and is totally fine. Chuck, who's right there in the center and who has some oil all over him, immediately ignites and he takes 9 fire damage.
Damn.
And he is also just on fire.
Oof. All right. Yeah, someone put me out. I'm gonna run out of the room and start flailing.
Yeah,
and
if you
attempt to
can
put
run
myself
into the
out.
hallway, we'll tackle you and do a little.
Go ahead and make an
Fireball.
intelligence check for Chuck.
To see which way to run.
Let's see if he's like smart enough. Okay.
Wow.
He's he actually remembers something about kind of dropping down and rolling around. So he drops and he starts to roll. Does anybody else do anything? Well, once he gets outside into the hallway, he's like
I'm
rolling
just
down the
imagining.
hallway.
Forget the hallway part. Just sort of stop, dropping, and rolling in the middle of the flaming
The
fry.
fire. Had he failed his intelligence check with the 20, I
happened?
probably would have made him do that. But no, for his intelligence, he definitely did pretty good. So now he runs out into the hallway, like probably like maybe right about here, and starts to kind of roll down the hallway. And actually, go ahead and make a dexterity check, Chuck Testa, for your rolling.
Roll to roll.
Oh man, you're rolling really good. The fire is starting to go. Is anybody going to help him?
Yeah, I'm trying to. That's something that would be good to buy a fire blanket.
Yeah, so Sarducci, who has like all these robes on and stuff, is just gonna jump on top of Chuck
And catch on fire.
to like smother him out.
So he's just gonna get on top of him and start
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
All right. So
Sarducci's been waiting for an opportunity like this.
yeah, he's rolling around. The fire starts to get out. So Sarducci jumps on him, starts kind of giving him the hump a little bit, and after a few minutes of some really awkward stuff, finally Chuck is out. He doesn't take any additional damage, and
Damn.
probably not minutes, probably more like seconds, but you know what I mean. So yeah, everybody's fine, and
Are we just gonna wait for the room to burn out?
there's not that much straw in the room, so it doesn't really take that much time for the
Straw
straw
burns
to
pretty
burn
quick,
out.
too.
Yeah, it burns pretty quick, and especially it's got oil in it. So
Oh God.
probably by the time that you have
Oh
chuck
no.
out,
Oh no. So the straw also covered in ogre guts. So that stuff has gotten cooked.
it's
Oh, it
nasty.
That's a
smells
nice
in there.
smell.
That room is probably the worst. It's probably the worst smelling place that you could imagine.
So that's our new home.
Though, well, that has some doors in it because that's the other thing. Once everything is um is kind of taken is put out, the fire is put out,
The
then
smoke. God, there's smoke.
yeah, the smoke's kind of coming out in the hallway. It's dissipating. There's not that much. It just kind of make you cough a little bit, but eventually it kind of dissipates out. Sarducci kind of noticed in the corner of the room, there was a large sack.
Okay. So Sarducci goes back in and pokes the sack with his stick.
A stick?
Well, his staff.
Oh, okay. The staff has the bag has a kitten inside it, and you age the kitten with your staff of withering. No,
It turns into that cat we found in the jar.
yeah, exactly. No, so
So
you
that's actually
poke
a
it.
question about that staff. Is that it says one hit from it, but does that mean that I can just like lightly tap something as a hit, or does it have to be like a hit?
I
Like if I walk up to somebody and just go bang.
yeah, I guess I think if the intent is there, it probably wouldn't matter how hard because it's
Okay.
magic. I think you
Yeah.
probably whack somebody and it would not be a good thing.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
because you could sneak up on somebody and just kind of whack them and
Hmm.
yeah, see that.
So he's gonna
Uh,
take the staff. He's just gonna poke the bag and see what happens.
so he pokes the bag. It sounds like it might have some glass in it, maybe even some broken glass. There's some clinking, but there could be some metal in there too. It's a weird kind of shape as it lies on the ground. Really,
How
to get him,
how big is the bag?
it's a decent sized bag.
Is
I
it
think it's
is it
pretty large.
like a potato sack?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So he's gonna open the sack.
Okay. You open the sack. The sack contains 100 gold pieces, and it appears that the sack would have contained 3 potions, but 2 of those potions have been broken, so there is a single potion. It is a bright red potion, and there's the bottle has etched in it a symbol that looks like a flame.
Ah! Ah! Symbol of it's a potion of fire protection. How fucking
All
unlucky
right.
for that ogre.
Yeah. So,
How unlucky for Chuck.
right. And of course, there are the 2 doors. They're both closed, obviously.
There are two doors in there.
And the only other thing in the room is the chains that the ogres were kind of like chained to the wall with.
Were the ogres naked?
They were like loincloth, but just barely. It doesn't
Okay.
look like they You'd have to search some awfully gnarly places to search these ogres.
Okay.
Was that for the... Which was that for one of the doors?
Let's see. That was more so for the general room.
Okay, so the... Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely no traps just in the room proper. If there were traps, you traipsed over all of that room. So if there were traps, you would have definitely found the traps in the room by now. Obviously, you didn't find any secret doors. Is anybody else going to check anything in here?
Then I'll do these for the doors. First one is for the south. Second one is for the north.
Okay. On the let's see, you said the first one is for the south. On the south door, no traps. On the north door, no traps. Looks clear.
All right. Choose a door, fellas.
Probably south.
Okay.
We've just been going left every time, so.
You're just gonna keep going around in circles.
Do you like the rule of left?
Mm-hmm. True. All right. So you gonna try and open the door, see if it's locked. Who's gonna check on that?
Is Chuck in good enough health to keep being the front man?
What's your max HP? Just wondered.
Well, Buster's max is 37. John's is 24.
What is everybody currently at?
Yeah, I'm double your max.
No. All right.
Yeah, he's got a lot of hit points.
John is currently at 13. Buster's full health.
Okay, so John's the one that's suffering really. He's busted.
Here, we'll give John a little bit of
Okay.
something there.
Oh, not bad. 5 hit points back to John. That's
Hey, we like 5.
Because Sarducci is
that's all right.
Sarducci's kind of all right still, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So you heal up John a little bit, and who opens the door?
Yeah.
That dog on Cameron's bed. That's who opens the door.
Yeah, definitely.
He's pretty agile. I think he could open that door.
Probably could. I believe it.
Good was still
Well,
going
Chuck, if
first. Yeah.
If you're a big Mr. HP guy over here, then go ahead.
Yep. I will go ahead and check the door. Check to see if it's locked. Do a test push.
Not trapped. Also not locked. You do a test push, and it seems to swing freely.
I don't ever do this, but I'm gonna go ahead and do this.
You take a listen. It's a pretty good listen. What do you hear?
Do you hear
What I hear.
a white, screaming in the night?
You concentrate real hard, and man, it sounds like there's heavy nasal breathing deep in the distance. Like a
Hmm.
almost maybe even like a snoring, you're not sure. It's so faint, but
Yeah, whatever it was that slept through that. Fuck.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. I will. Yeah, I will relay to you guys that it could be something sleeping. There's probably something there. So I will try to slowly open the door as quietly as possible.
Slowly and quietly open the door. Amazingly, it doesn't hardly make a sound. And opening the door reveals a hallway in front of you. The hallway is about 25 foot, and it ends in a door. And as you open the door, now everybody in the party can hear that faint noise. And it sounds like it's coming from beyond the door at the end of the hallway.
Dang, you could hear that far? That's crazy. All right, well,
This thing is just loud.
Yeah, I strength trained my ears, by the way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
it was ear day at the gym.
Your day at the gym.
Let's see. And remove one of those.
Chuck tested listening hard.
Okay. So you make your way down looking for traps, looking for doors. Fortunately, you find no traps in the hallway. You also don't find any secret doors. Sarducci doesn't either. And finally, you make it down to the end of the hallway. Check that door for traps. No traps on that door. The door looks especially heavy, and it's tall, very tall. You don't have to put your ear to the door to hear the noise behind it. The snoring, or what you think must be snoring, it's so loud. It's just like I mean, it's crazy sounding. Massively sawing logs, whatever's behind there.
This tiny ass little gnome. It's got like a problem with his nose.
Maybe.
Got that sinus issue. Needs whatever that surgery is to get the.
What is it? Deviated septum.
Yeah, it's got a
It's got
deviant.
whatever's in there has a deviated septum. Well, guys, it is 10:25.
So it is.
So I'm gonna say that whatever's behind this door sleeping is probably gonna have to wait until next time because any sort of I think encounter is gonna put us way past our bedtimes.
I don't know. I don't have to work tomorrow
Oh, that's
because
true.
because tomorrow is the 4th of July for anybody watching in the future.
That is true. That is true. What's up to you guys? If you want to do like one more encounter, it depends on what everybody wants to do. You
I
said you
could,
were really tired at the beginning, so I was
yeah,
just
I don't
kind
know.
of
I've kind of gotten a little you know.
you you you
Untired.
you got untired. You got a second wind because we're
Yeah.
playing some Dungeons and Dragons.
Mhm.
I understand. I kind
Yeah.
of did as well. I
I
feel
could
like as soon as we
yeah.
stop, I'm gonna be like,
Mhm.
but
Yeah. I could say that I could go for one more encounter, but I will defer to these guys.
I'll leave it to Garrett. I have nothing planned for tomorrow.
Fine, I'll leave it to Steve.
Oh God. Do you guys, if we have another encounter, can we like really power through it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Okay.
Ah.
All right. Open the damn door then.
Alright. And we said there was no traps on this door. It wasn't.
No traps.
No
I don't know if it's
traps.
locked.
Yeah, you haven't checked actually to see if it's locked or not, or if it opens easily, but
This is that damn blue dragon.
Oh my god.
Yeah, delicately check to see if it's locked and if it can open.
you delicately check, and looks like looks like John was gonna try and check as well,
Oh.
and it seems like it does open. It swings freely, and it pushes in.
Got the loudest creak you've ever heard.
Uh, and it's a right hinge, so it pushes in. Uh, hinge right from your perspective. Hinge right, door left, swing.
So we're looking to our left when it opens. Can I buy WD-40 within the great shop? Within Keep Town. Does Keep Town have some WD-40?
Well, I mean, you have oil, or you did.
Lamp oil, yeah.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say
Got a couple more.
that's probably like the closest thing. All right, so what's the plan here? You know that it can move. You know that it opens. You know which way it opens, and you still hear the loud snoring of what the hell ever is in this room.
Get in there, Chuck.
Yep, I'm going to, as quietly as possible, open this door.
All right, you open the door, and there is a creak. The snoring still continues. When you open the door, it reveals a fairly large room, a large square room. The room is about 20 by 20. This door is in the very, very upper corner of the room. So the wall is directly to the door opens and kind of hits the wall as you open it. In fact, when you do it, you have to be careful because it kind of clacks against the wall as you open the wall. But it's
How could it be 20 by 20 if we've drawn to scale?
Well,
be
we probably missed on the angle.
yeah, it can be 20
Diagonal
by
line.
20 if you're just a little bit off. You may have to adjust in the yeah, there you go.
Okay.
That's how that could work. And and so I just received a dinner a dinner delivery. Thank you. And all right. A little bit distracted, sorry. You know what happens. Let's see. Inside the room, you see the room is has tapestries. It smells of blood and of sweat
And of
and
tears.
And come.
Yeah.
and kind of towards the center, against the back wall, on top of a large pile of straw and furs, you see sleeping an enormous minotaur.
Oh.
And you are right there at the door. Just open the door, and he is right there. He's just snoring away.
Well, are we ready to go into battle against the sleeping Minotaur?
Yeah, slowly approach and surround.
Okay, so that is everyone going into the room?
Yeah,
Uh,
I think so.
See, go ahead.
yes. Yes.
Let me go ahead and
I will try
check.
to angle my shield down, at least, so it's not like
Blinding it awake.
blind. Yeah.
I see, yeah, the shield. Ha ha ha.
You know, and I asked this question, and it's funny. So Sarducci's actually getting the staff ready.
Okay.
Because he could age this guy, like, before he even wakes up.
So you all kind of try and sneak into the room. Um, Go ahead and for John, you can just go ahead and roll your move silently because obviously John has the ability to just slip in
Oh.
and move silently.
John's
Actually,
quiet.
so. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no. Testing 1 2.
I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Mhm.
Up.
Nope.
Oh, he's.
You froze. Oh, now. Oh, we're definitely having some problems with Cameron. Uh-oh.
Hello?
Yeah, you're back now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I think you're good. I think you're
Okay.
good. Dan, what were you gonna say?
I have an amulet of move silent 40% as well.
An amulet
Okay.
of Deep Silence?
All right. Well, then go ahead and roll for that.
Let me.
Basically, just a percentile. You want to get 40 or lower,
Well,
if that's how
actually,
that works.
I have. I can. If I do this and just roll that. Damn.
Sarducci's coming in. He's kind of making a decent amount of noise. Go ahead and roll dexterity checks for both Chuck and Buster. There's going to be a penalty to those. I'll let you know if you, well, you definitely fail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're a little loud.
Somehow Chuck Testa, with all his armor and everything, Twinkle Toes is over. But Sarducci is all skittering across the floor. You can hear his robes like shh together, and of course Buster is just like just like trounces into the room, and fortunately you do surprise that Minotaur.
That
So
means we
he
all.
wakes up and begins to jump up from his bedding, but that means this round it's all you.
3. Okay.
Oh, fuck me running.
Oh! He
Oh.
had all the lineup, all the time in the
Ah,
world,
no,
Oh, god
Dan.
damn
and
it.
Charlie Browned it.
Mm. I've been having shit rolls this time.
All right.
Oh no.
So,
Okay.
so which one of my party did I age or did I age myself?
I see here.
It's 10 years, whoever it is, if somebody got it.
Go to attack, trip.
Okay.
Nice.
So, sorry. Sarducci, he slips and he slips backwards, and he slips, and he bops himself on the head with the staff. No damage, but he does age himself 10 years.
I don't think I ever put an age on this on here for
Yeah,
this
we
guy.
should probably figure out ages for the characters. He can't be super young though, because you guys are like kind of high level. You've been going for a few
Mhm.
years,
I feel like
so
Sarducci's like at least 40.
yeah, I feel like he's
Now,
probably yeah, now he's definitely 40 now for
yeah,
sure.
that's what I'm doing. He's now 40 years old.
Okay, so he's oh
Oh no.
Oh, my back!
oh god. Sciatica. Sarducci's just like, ugh, not good.
Where can I put this? Wonder if I can put it.
Dang.
I wonder if I can do it here. No, because I can't see.
Buster Bust.
Or if I do it this, there I can do that.
Ah. Okay, so what do we got? What is everybody doing here? So,
That is with
okay.
Bless.
All right, yeah. So Buster got the bless. Um, all right, I see. And that is a hit.
Oh, covers character.
And with the bless, yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, you take a big bite of him out of his flesh with your sword.
Is that bless on everybody or just on?
It's a AOE.
Yeah, that bless is
Ah,
gonna be
okay.
on your party.
Oh my God! Thank God you did that after I slipped and fell.
Ah,
Something like
that wouldn't have mattered. And let's see, was that everybody?
that.
I think so.
Yeah.
Right. And then so that it is initiative, and now the guy is up, alert, and ready to tango. But Chuck Testa is readier, or more ready.
Great.
Oh, he's ready.
I will try to do a called shot, and I really want to go for a leg or a knee.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't add the +1 to that.
That's okay. That called shot 100% hit. And you smash him in his knee, and jeez, which actually brings him down to one knee. I'm gonna go ahead and say because that's quite a bit of damage there, in fact. And yeah, he's looking not great at the moment. Sarducci goes at the same time that he does.
Am I on the ground?
Yes, you are. You've slipped backwards, so you kind of like you bopped yourself on the head and then kind of like landed on your back
Okay, so I'm just gonna take this turn to get up.
to get up. Okay. You get up, and the Minotaur is not happy with Chuck, of course, and so attempts to give him the what for. And he actually does hit Chuck.
Oh, finally.
Finally, for
I believe I can. Is he doing a melee attack?
it is. Yeah, he is doing a melee attack. He's going to gore you unless you're
Right.
able to
I'm trying to use my
Use the
shield.
busted shield.
Yeah.
do that busted shield thing.
Save versus death, I believe.
Yep.
Mm.
Oh,
Just a miss. And so it looks like you take the gore. Ooh, 6 damage. Fuck. And as he does that, since he's already there, he just tries to bite you as well, which is not great. But he misses with that.
right.
So, boom, John. Actually, John and Buster.
John and Buster. John, having hidden in shadows, is going to creep around and try for a little bit of backstab. Damn, doesn't work.
That was terrible, actually.
That was awful.
that was definitely
All
not
around
great.
All right. Instead, Buster, very opposite fashion, is gonna charge in there and maybe hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Nice. Little chink.
Uh, 3. A little bit. Yeah, he cuts into the monster's flesh, doing a little bit more damage, and looks like initiative. It's definitely not happy about what's occurring right now. That's for sure. Very pissed off.
Hold on a second. Be 4 damage actually, because of bless.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I forgot. I'll go ahead and there we go. Still not dead.
What?
But thank you for reminding me. And Sarducci, he is up, and he is up now. So
Try.
He's up
standing.
and
He's up and he's up and he's
He's-
trying
he's
again.
10 years older.
Up and he's up, and hopefully he can't afford to be 10 years older than this.
No, that would really suck.
Especially in the mega dungeon. He'd have to open up the shop. He'd have to But
Hey!
Hey, there we go. That's actually an 8 damage
yes,
because
it
of
is. So finally he hits. The Minotaur is
and
just
hit
about
the-
on his last leg.
plus the Minotaur ages.
The Minotaur is aged. He's not dead, but he's looking just about as rough as you could look for Buster, but he also goes on this initiative as well. So, what is Buster doing?
Buster is doing what he does best.
Buster
Cherries?
makes him feel good.
Not always what he
But
does.
not always. Not
Yeah.
always. Unfortunately, Buster doesn't make this hit. But, and the Minotaur, now pissed off at Sarducci, goes for a gore. And that is just a miss. And he also tries to bite you. Oh, and for him, that was very bad. Instead of biting you, you hold your staff in front of you,
Oh,
and he
no.
clamps his teeth onto your staff, and then you kind of see his eyes sink back into his head as he
Withers away.
slowly withers away
Damn.
and hits the floor, and he's dead. That was a shoot.
He
That was some
died of
dice that just
he,
fell.
he died of old age.
He died of old age. That was a critical failure on his part, and
Damn.
he is now no more. And that was actually quite a quick encounter, so not bad.
Nice.
So we're definitely looting this room.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Any
So
no
you
no other doors in this room, right?
no other doors in this room that you can see. There are tapestries in this room. Um, and of course, there's the Minotaur's bedding, which consists of straw, but also some fur and some other things. It's a much larger pile, so it's something you'd have to go through.
How many tapestries are on the wall, and are they in good condition?
6 tapestries, fairly good condition, yes.
Okay. Are there any? Is there anything besides the bedding? Is there like chests, pots?
No chests, no pots, anything like that.
Is the Minotaur wearing clothing?
The Minotaur was not wearing clothing.
Ew.
No, no.
Ew.
Minotaur was just hanging it all out. Um, you could actually make an amulet from his junk, like make a big dick amulet, kind of like what was that movie? What is that movie with the stoner fantasy with James Franco?
Oh God, what was that?
You guys have seen that, right?
I'm
Uh,
not very good at
Your
like
Highness,
Yeah, it was
Pineapple
Your Highness.
Express.
Yes.
Your
No, it
Highness.
was Your Highness. It was Your
Uh,
Highness. Because
Okay.
it has what's her face in it. It has Natalie Portman in
It
it.
does. Okay, guys, if you have not seen the movie Your Highness,
oh
you
no,
need
this
to.
is a parody spoof movie. I've seen
Yeah,
this.
it's like a
Yeah,
stoner.
and it's what's
Oh
his
yeah.
name? It's oh what's that guy's
It's
name?
Danny something.
Danny
It's
something.
Danny
James
DeVito.
Franco
No,
and
Danny McBride.
Danny
Danny
McBride.
McBride. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's funny. It's fucking hilarious. If
Mm-hmm.
you haven't seen it, Cameron, definitely check it out. It's like a stoner fantasy, like kind
Yeah,
of parody fantasy movie, but it's really funny.
it is
There's a great.
stupid. It's actually
Oh.
it's one of those stupid funny movies.
Yeah, it's stupid and funny, but it's like stupid and funny for D&D nerds and stoners, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's
Okay.
great. It's good. It's good stuff.
Is,
Um,
is that freaking what's her name?
it's Natalie Portman.
Zoe. Yeah,
Zoe Deschanel.
Natalie Portman
Oh,
and Zoe
and
Deschanel.
Zoe Deschanel. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Zoe
Yeah,
Deschanel is
yeah.
in it. Yeah.
No, it's a good cast for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that looks like a good
Um,
movie.
Buster Cherry did not find a full secret door. However, he found a little secret alcove, and within that little secret alcove, uh, he found a scroll.
Scroll.
I would imagine we're also all just searching the pile of stuff.
Okay. Within the
Are
Minotaur's pile, you find the Minotaur hoard.
is are the furs any good
They're
or
pretty
no?
gross.
Okay, no furs. We're
They're
not
pretty
taking those furs.
gross. They're Minotaur bedding, so they're pretty fucking disgusting. To be fair, in the Minotaur hoard, 700 gold pieces, a potion. Let's see. We'll say that it is an orange potion. That way I can
Okay.
figure out which one it is in the future. And there's a jeweled crown.
Ooh.
Cool.
And then, of course, the tapestries and the scroll. Since it was Buster that that got the scroll, if he opens it, he finds that it is a cleric scroll of remove curse times 3.
Isn't Buster a cleric?
He's a
He
cleric.
is.
Well, there you go. Well, write that down, Cameron, because I'm gonna cross that off the list.
Yeah, I've got it.
As in 3 uses.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 3 copies of the spell on there.
Try to avoid getting cursed. Now, funny enough, I guess
This,
in a
this group trying to avoid getting
Yeah,
cursed.
right.
in a previous adventure, apparently, John has already collected some Minotaur horns. And I guess he's going to collect some more since the opportunity has arisen.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I would say that John would be able to put in some effort, a little bit of elbow grease, and go
But
ahead and
shouldn't
remove those Minotaur horns. And
shouldn't be too hard. This Minotaur was he died of old age.
oh,
It throws
true,
brittle.
true. Yeah, yeah. You can probably get those right off pretty easy. So, yeah, you can go ahead and add the 2 Minotaur horns to your collection.
I would also say that this is probably a good place to go back to Keep Town. Get healed up, maybe do our, sell our spoils and whatnot, things
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
Sure.
absolutely. Of course, you haven't gone too far, so getting back through, you make your way back through,
Oh,
yeah,
quick question.
without incident.
If we wanted to mark off places that are ours to prevent people from coming in behind us and taking it up, how does that happen?
Basically, you have to officially do it. You could make a marking there in places that are yours, but in order to officially do it, you need to go to when you turn in your maps at the map guild, you need to register it.
Do we want to register this place already, guys?
I
Or do
mean,
we or do we want to wait till we to clear all the doors?
I think we should wait till we finish the whole map, this whole floor.
yeah. At the very least, on our way out, when we're, stopping to go back into town and heal, we can, I'm thinking in that first chamber, since we just went to the left beside the door, we, write our guild name or something like that. It's like, past here, property of so and so. Which begs the question of, guys,
Yeah,
What's the guild
what should
name?
our guild name be?
there you
What,
go.
what's our name?
You get to decide because you're here. So what is it?
Hmm.
All right, we roll 7d26 and then take the letters.
See, we got Buster, Schmidt, Ducci, Pete, Pikael, Craven, Moorhead. Quite a ragtag group.
Yeah.
hmm
Hmm.
I mean, you can always think about it.
Yeah, I
Since
think
we're
that's
kind of
why.
at the end
Yeah,
of this
Right.
session, you can always
yeah.
we'll think about it. We'll say, you made some marks, but yeah, yeah. You can think about it. That's something that I think would be fair to do. And yeah, yeah. So you're able to make some markings. You go back to Keep Town, and
Okay, so I'll
you've
just.
got some treasure and some things to kind of divide amongst yourselves at that point.
So here's the thing: do we want to sell the map to Clifford right away, or do we want to keep the map and try to figure it out on our own? Let's start. Let's go that way.
You could do either. Clifford will definitely pay you for the map, but the map could also be useful.
You mean the ancient map that we found?
The
Yes.
map that you found in the pot.
I feel like we
Oh,
should definitely hold on to it until, because it's definitely going to be useful when we get to that part of the dungeon, assuming it's, this dungeon. Um,
right. Yeah, I think we should hang on to it until.
Okay.
Because, I
I
mean,
would-
we don't really need the gold right now. At least, I don't really need the gold right now.
yeah, I think
But gold is easier to stow away than things. So the more we sell, the easier it's going to be to stow shit away.
well,
Especially if we have a bank.
depending on what it is, because keep in mind that Buster acquired in our last dungeon a bag of holding.
Oh, yeah.
Map will definitely fit in the bag of holding very easily.
Okay. So we'll say go ahead and put the map in the bag of holding.
Okay.
The 6 tapestries, I say we just sell that shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how much do we get for 6 tapestries?
Let's see. Somebody go ahead and roll me. Roll me a D100.
Okay.
Take the first one I get.
26.
26. Now go ahead and roll me 2d4.
1.
For all of them, you get 500 gold.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
Okay.
Mhm.
So now we also have a jeweled crown.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something we want to put in the bag for later?
Feel like, yeah. We don't know of the items that we got, like the silver dagger, the amulet,
Yeah.
stuff like that. We don't know if it's like magical or if it could even be like a dungeon important.
Required, yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to John.
hmm
Yeah,
The bowls.
the bowls.
So it's
So
so it's actually pretty easy to figure out if they're magic. If we're back in town, I can just cast a spell and tell you if they're magic.
But it's not easy to figure out if they're part of the dungeon.
Right. So, but
but
he
go
he
ahead and
will
tell.
yeah, he will go ahead and say what's magic.
Uh, so I'll go through each one at a time as you go through them. The crown is not magic.
Okay, it's jeweled crown, not magic.
Silver dagger.
Silver dagger. Silver dagger is from the mummy room, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Silver dagger is not magic. It's just silver. Though silver weapons are special in this game.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. Ritualistic.
Or
Well,
there are
no,
certain there are certain monsters that can only be hit by silver or whatever like that.
Yeah.
So
Oh, right.
Yeah. The silver dagger is actually a really and actually is there only one person that can use that dagger?
uh
John can definitely do it.
John can definitely use it, but Chuck could also technically use it.
So that's up for grabs between the two of you because I can't. The amulet.
The amulet. I'm going to go ahead and say that you've already kind of figured stuff out since you're back in town. The amulet is an amulet of protection against undead.
Really?
That's pretty cool.
Oh, really?
So that's something that probably one of the clerics, neither of the clerics need. Well,
Well, Buster
I
doesn't have protect undead.
I I can turn undead, so I kind of have that ability. So that amulet is up for grabs between you guys as well. The orange. We know that the red potion. We figured the red potion out. I think
You did.
the orange potion.
Potion of giant strength.
Hey, haven't we got one of those already? I feel like
Maybe.
Garrett's character has that.
Uh, I don't believe I have that potion.
Really?
Could you imagine
Nope.
that goddamn ogre drinking that potion?
Oh
Or not
no,
the
that
ogre, the damn minotaur
the
drinking that potion?
Minotaur.
Yeah, that would have been
That would have been a nightmare.
that would
That
have
would
been
have been
not good.
very, very bad.
Yeah, yeah,
Said giant strength.
yeah. Correct.
I feel like last time when we went off here, excuse me, we got a potion that enlarged size, and like he took a little swig of it and like got bigger a little bit. Do you
Oh,
remember
that's
that?
probably what it was. Yes, yeah, yeah,
That's what I'm
Mhm.
thinking.
probably.
Okay, so I'm gonna say Sarducci is actually going to take the fire protection potion. And the rest of it's up for grabs for you guys, except for what we've said is we're putting in the bag.
Did you guys divide gold?
Uh, I just I just figured it up, and it's 655 each.
Okay.
655. Nice. I will take the amulet or the dagger. Either both. Whatever sir whatever John or Buster don't need or want.
See. I think it makes sense for John to have the dagger.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm fine with whoever having the amulet.
Yeah, is attunement a thing in this edition? Do I have to worry about attunement, number of attunement items?
No,
Is that one? Okay. Then yeah, I will
no,
take and wear the amulet. Sure.
no. The only thing in this game is like you couldn't have like two magic amulets,
Right.
or you can't have like a bunch of magic rings all over every finger. Like you'll have some problems there. But as long as you're kind of like one of each item, you're totally fine. And as long as your character is able to use it, there are certain items that are specific to certain characters. But yeah, cool. All right. So was that
Mega Dungeon.
is
Mega
that
Dungeon.
Code 1.
I think
Mega
think
that's
that
it.
Dungeon,
I
Mega
think
Done.
definitely gonna enjoy Mega Dungeon. I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think Mega Dungeon will be a fun game. Go ahead and us to the game end screen here. And yes, so Mega Dungeon, you've gone back to Keep Town, which means, of course, that whatever configuration of party we have going back into this dungeon, which let's face it, will probably just be you guys. But,
Yeah.
who knows? Maybe somebody else will join us at some point for the Mega Dungeon. But good session, guys. I'm excited. I do have a hand drawn map. I will show you my maps once you've mapped
Yeah, I
your
want to see it at
maps.
the end.
So you'll get to be able to see those. So that'll be fun. And of course, mostly theater of the mind with the mapping and everything. Old school D&D. Of course, if you're still watching and you like this old school D&D with tons of monsters and killing and violence and treasure and all the great things about old school D&D, then hit like, smash it, subscribe, ring the bell, share the stream, all that stuff.
Get a tattoo.
Get a tattoo, yeah. Get a tattoo of Dungeons and Dragons. And join us again, of course. It looks like Wednesday nights from now on. And any final words, guys?
Happy 4th of July.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's
Mhm.
almost the 4th. Happy
Yeah.
Independence Day if you are in the United States.
If you're
America.
not in the United States, sorry, you guys have to work tomorrow.
Yeah, true. We're off. So
Yeah.
anyway, thanks for joining us. Happy 4th. We'll see you again soon. And Mega Dungeon.
Oh yeah.
Later.
Peace.
In a long-forgotten land, in a jungle
Jared,
dark
I
and
didn't
deep, there hides a ruined